Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 2nd. This week, you have this message in a bottle card and this no place like home card. That message in the bottle card kind of says that something needs to come out or something needs to be revealed. It could be a message, obviously, but it could be anything. The no place like home card could say that you're just spending more time at home. One thing I will say, Mercury retrograde shadow right now this week. So, if you want to just spend time at home, that's perfectly fine, right? It's a great time still to rest, relax, recover. So if you need some extra time, I would say take it. With this energy, but let's see. You have the Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Some of you could be thinking about love. I get the energy of just thinking about love, just in general. So, I don't know if this is necessarily saying that you are having love. I think that you could be kind of like imagining it or, thinking about it. So what the hell does that mean? I have no freaking clue what that means. Let's find out. The Two of Pentacles is like work hard, play hard. It seems to be a very busy week for water signs. So I do feel that water signs could be finding themselves being very busy, even though maybe you just want to be home. But you could have a lot to do. And when you are home, I would make sure to take extra time at home to rest, relax, recover, do all those nice things for yourself and really take care of yourself with this energy. I also feel that a lot of you are kind of looking for better ways to improve your finances. You have the Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. It's like I think you are looking for other things that can make you money, or you are looking for better opportunities is what's popping into my head. That message still isn't very clear to me, but I do feel like some of you could be looking at something that you've done before. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before as well, but you have the Wheel of Fortune. You also go down to the Four of Cups. It's like you're about to try something again that you have tried before, and I feel this is money related. So if you're thinking about, trying a business but reinventing it or changing it in some way and trying it again, or maybe you've had a YouTube channel and you're like going to start another one or something like that, or it could just be a side hustle as well. Whatever it is, I think it's a good idea. And I say I think because I don't know yet, right? People always ask me, why do you say I think and then sometimes I feel? Usually I think means I think. Usually I feel is more intuitive. So that's what I say. But again, right now I don't know because we haven't clarified. You have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups would be a perfect match. Could be a person who's different than your usual type. Here's like one little warning. Is that you have the Five of Pentacles right here. There are two people on the Five of Pentacles. They've both been left out in the cold. I'm pretty sure all year I've been saying to you that you could be attracting a person who has been through something very similar to you, and you are the only person that gets this message. So again, I think you could be attracting a person that has a similar love story to you. So if you want love, I would make sure they're healed, make sure that you're healed. People always ask me, what do you do if they're not healed? You tell that person, when you're ready, let me know. You go heal, you go do your own thing, and when you're ready, let me know, right? I don't think we should wait for anyone. I don't think that, I think twin flame, all this, I call them BS flames, right? I think all this causes too many problems because people are like, oh, this is my twin flame, I have to wait. And then before you know it, life is short. It's like 30 years later and you haven't dated any people because you've been waiting for some bozo to get their shit together, right? So I tell people I wouldn't wait for anyone, right? I don't care if it's Cindy frickin' Crawford who's interested in me. If she's not ready, I'm not going to waste my time, right? So that's what I would say here with the Two of Cups is like, this looks good, but I would also make sure this person is ready. I would make sure that you're ready so that you don't waste your time on something that isn't going to go anywhere. You do have the Ace of Cups though, right? So it could be really, really good. The Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, and being very happy. So there definitely could be some sort of love offer coming in here. But again, we go right up to the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is like the fear, or it is repeating a nightmare, and you have the Wheel of Fortune as well. So we're going to have to see where this goes. I still don't know how I feel about this yet, but if you're attracting a person, I would just make sure they're ready. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting off of this reading. So, just pay attention, right? Let's see. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Magician. The Magician says you are attracting something into your life. Isn't that funny? I said reinvention just a second ago on that 4 cups. I said if you're reinventing something or if you're kind of redoing something that you've done before. And the Magician has this snake wrapped around his waist, and it's the Ouroboros, which represents reinvention. So I really feel that if you are specifically revisiting like something financial, that this is going to be a really good reading for that. So again, if you're like rebirthing a business idea or just even like a side hustle or something like that, definitely looks good. With the 2 of Cups, you have the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles just says, again, a really good card for love. 3 of Pentacles is 2 people who want to work together. It's 2 people who want to create something of quality. This card is a card of quality work. So again, I would just make sure that if you put the work in, that they're also putting the work in. And if you do that, then you won't repeat a cycle. I think the only danger here is if the person isn't doing that, then you're going to repeat a cycle, right? And, people always also ask me, again, tarot is very general, right? Especially doing reading for like a million of you, right? And to me, this should be taken as loose guidance at best, as I always say, right? Tarot is like just the energy that exists and you have to work with it. You might be attracting multiple people. Maybe one of those people is going to waste your time and the other person actually puts the work in. So make the right decision as well as what this would be saying. This is also amazing for work. 3 of Pentacles says the work that you're doing is quality and, it's a card of attention as well. So you could be getting a lot of attention on the work that you do. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Death card. You showing up, it's like saying that you are the one that can make this decision for yourself, right? So whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. So that looks good. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Reflect card and you have this Manifest card. Yeah, I feel like you should be reflecting on exactly what you want to manifest in your life. It looks to me like you could be, kind of manifesting a new cycle or almost like a second chance is coming in for you here. But I feel like you also need to be clear on what you desire with that Reflect card. You need to reflect on what you want your life to look like. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the 5 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. This looks like a financial turnaround to me. It's like you've been in the 5 of Pentacles, and then right next to it, you have the 6 of Pentacles. You haven't been getting paid your worth, or you haven't been getting what you deserve. And the Wheel of Fortune would say that you are taking control of your destiny and getting paid your worth, or you are making sure to make the moves to get what you deserve out of a situation. And obviously, that would be a good thing. You also show up right here at the top of the Wheel of Fortune as the eagle or the phoenix, whichever you prefer. And traditionally Scorpio was the eagle or the phoenix or the snake. I don't know. I could go on and on about what you are. But and we see a snake, an eagle, or a phoenix, and the Death card you showing up in this reading, which is very interesting. So it's like you're embracing all the energies of Scorpio. You have the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold. I actually don't feel this. Again, I think that you are taking control of a cycle. I would take control of the cycle as well because you have the 9 of Swords right next to the Wheel of Fortune. But it's almost like a choice. It's like saying don't repeat some sort of nightmare that you have repeated before. So I would be careful of repeating a nightmare, but as long as you're taking control of the situation, you will be fine. The best way to take control with the Wheel of Fortune is, number 1, education. Those 4 signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, around the Wheel of Fortune, they're holding books, and it represents education. Also, the other simple thing to do is to double down on the good things that happen and take care of things that are challenges right away. Most people let their challenges build up until they get worse and worse and worse, until it becomes so painful that then they're forced to take care of it. That's literally what the 9 of Swords represents. He is in a situation where he's in pain, but he's not in enough pain to make a change. And it's not until he has like a tower moment that he makes a change. So the Wheel of Fortune says, don't let that happen. If you get something that comes into your life that's a challenge, take care of it right away. If something good happens, expand it. Make it more. Get more out of it. And that's how you take control. The 5 of Pentacles there. Then you have the King of Pentacles. I'm not too worried about the 5 of Pentacles because of this card. I feel that, number 1, some of you could be attracting a King of Pentacles type person. King of Pentacles would represent someone who's very serious, someone who really wants to put in the work. I like the King of Pentacles for love because usually it's like a person who really wants to put in the work. Also amazing for your money. Can definitely represent more money coming in. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Chariot. What do you know? The card of control. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of hard control, and then you go down to the Strength card, and the Strength card is the card of soft control, but the Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. It's about really taking control of your destiny and really making things happen. With the Chariot, we have to set ourselves apart to make things happen. He's leaving the city behind him behind. And so he is not doing what like everybody else does to get what he wants. He's doing things in his own unique way, and he's also in alignment with what he wants. So if you do that, you will be successful. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is about knowledge and wisdom. I think you've gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom, based off of the situations and the things that you've been through in your life, and now you are using that knowledge and wisdom for success in the future. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Judgment card. Again, another card of kind of revisiting the past showing up here in the reading. I don't think this has to be a person, and it's a King of Pentacles, money, right? So like I said, I definitely feel that you are like rebirthing in a financial idea or a financial plan or something that you've been thinking about financially. It could be anything. Whatever this is, I would do it. I'm not exactly sure what it is for most of you. I think that it's an idea or like an old position or like a position that you're reinventing for yourself. This could be through business, through work, or whatever. But whatever it is, I would do it. Even if you're retired, again, take it how it resonates. You could have, maybe you have like an old financial plan, and it's like you're revisiting it or redoing it, and whatever it is, it looks amazing. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this deeply rooted in love card. It says, something is emerging from the depths of your innermost desires. You have this dragonfly. It says, shift your way of thinking and tackle the issues from a different angle. Nine of Swords, for sure. Nine of Swords is kind of like insanity. He is keeping himself stuck in the same position, and he's expecting a different result. But the card itself says that he is stuck in a nightmare. He just keeps having the same result over and over and over again. You being a fixed sign, of course, flexibility is going to be your best friend. So approaching something from a different perspective is going to lead to a lot of success for you here, Scorpio, and that's what I would do with that Nine of Swords. You have the Six of Pentacles. It seems to me like there's more fairness, or you feel like the universe is being more fair to you financially. And so, again, if you do like a certain amount of work, maybe you're getting a raise or a promotion, or maybe you're just making more money. If you're revisiting an old financial idea, you're probably getting better results. And like I said, I feel that we go from the Five of Pentacles, which is like unfairness, to fairness with the Six of Pentacles. And it just looks to me like you're balancing out your finances. Next, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, he has manifested these 3 cups in front of him, and he's also manifested this other cup right here, and he needs to accept that new cup into his life. This is a card of contemplation and apathy. He is disappointed by the results that he has received so far, but if he accepts that 4th cup, that 4th cup might be something that you want. So the Four of Cups kind of says it's going to be worth it to try something again. Again, the whole entire reading is talking to me about some sort of like, I don't even know what to call it, like an amazing second chance or some sort of golden opportunity second chance thing is going on here. But you do have to accept it into your life. And I think the other important thing going on here is that you need to get out of your current position. I'm not talking about leaving your job. I'm just saying, like, the energy that you're in right now has to change. He is in pain, but he has this comfort blanket right here, and the comfort blanket is kind of comforting him. He is in pain, but he's not in enough pain to make a change. And I feel that the Nine of Swords is saying, like, how long do you need to sit in something before you realize that, it's something that needs to change, right? And so I think the time is now. With the Nine of Swords, you have the King of Wands. The King of Wands could be your solution. And the King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want, and, kind of taking control as well. So I would say that you taking control of your life at this time would be a good idea. I would also make sure that you don't, again, repeat a cycle like with a person. So I would be careful of any like false promises or a person coming in saying like they have changed when they haven't or something like that. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles, yes. Definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you. The Nine of Pentacles, she is very careful of who she gives her energy to. She has 6 pentacles over here, 3 pentacles over here. She only ever gives 3 pentacles worth of energy to anything that she enters into, and she always is keeping more than enough for herself. I think most people think fairness and they think 50-50, right? But that's not true, because if she were to give like 50-50, and like, let's make this 10 of pentacles for easy math here. If she had 5 pentacles and she was always giving 5 pentacles, that she is only, these pentacles over here also have to support the rest of her life, like everything else that she does. So she really can't give 50-50, right? The most she can give is, like, let's say 30% of what she has to anything. So she understands like true giving and balance. And it's not just her money. She understands time, effort, energy, all those things. And, again, she only ever gives just enough. So I think the 9 of Pentacles is about you maintaining your independence through how much you give. With the 4 of Cups, you have the 8 of Cups, yes, walking away from something that no longer serves you. I do feel like some of you could be walking away from the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords could be like a person that you're walking away from. I'm also hearing that, again, some of you, this could be a person where you've tried to make things work, and maybe it's just not working, right? Or maybe the person isn't putting in effort. And again, general reading. So obviously, if you're with a person right now and they are putting in the work, I am not telling you to leave that person. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but I do. So again, obviously, if you're with a person, trust me, you're not necessarily going to find something better, and you don't want to be running around out here on these streets, right? So if you find a person who's willing to put in the work, I would just stay with that person, right? Like I said, it's a freaking war zone out here dating nowadays. So it's like you don't necessarily want to be doing it. So if you find a person who's willing to put the work in, I would stay. But obviously, again, if you're dating an egghead bozo, then I would leave. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the synchronicity card. You also have this watch for signs card. They basically are saying the same thing. Pay attention to the synchronicity. Some of you might be seeing butterflies as well, or you might be seeing, moths or something like that. And that could be a sign or symbol or synchronicity for you. You have the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. This is coming up in the good stuff. I kind of get the feeling that you are seeing how your dream is possible. The 7 of Cups, he is dreaming his wildest dream. But again, it seems a little bit impossible. It's up in the clouds. It's a little bit out of reach. But he's also seeing good things and bad things are in those cups. But this is showing up in the good stuff. So I feel like you're seeing how your dream is possible. Also, the 5 of Cups fell out of my lap in the beginning. That's why I took out the 5 of Cups as well when I pulled that 7 of Cups. And so the 5 of Cups is normally about disappointments, but the 5 of Cups and the good stuff would say you're turning around, you're seeing these 2 cups, you're getting this bridge and this castle over here. So there could be a really good opportunity coming in for you. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is about getting excited for adventure. The funny thing is that I always, whenever I see the Knight of Wands, I think Scorpio. Why? I have no clue. But, I always think of this card as like being one of your cards. And the other funny thing is that his energy is not very Scorpio. He is very spontaneous. He's very flexible. He is willing to go on an adventure and all this other stuff. But, this might just be a good energy for you to embrace at this time. Being flexible, being adventurous, just, looking for fun experiences to go and to have, right? And I would just enter into that, like, playful space. You have the Judgment card. No, Judgment. What the hell? I was looking at the Judgment card. You have the Strength card, and the Strength card is about developing strength. In the area of the good stuff, this card would say that people are seeing how strong you are. I always say, like, who in the right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? And the answer is nobody. So people could be seeing you at this time as being strong. And obviously, this could be getting you positive attention. With the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Cups, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely could be love. Again, I do feel there is new love here. I would just really make sure, and I would just open your mouth and say it. Like, if the person seems off or if they're like standoffish or something like that, I don't think this is bad though, but I just kind of get that little thing in the back of my head that is saying, that just feels something, right? And so maybe that's how you feel when you meet this person. It's like, it's good, but there's also just like something in the back of your head that's saying, what's up with this person, right? And I would just call it out. Like, I think the best thing you could do here is to call it out. If you don't call it out, I think you're going to repeat a cycle. I think if you do call it out, it'll probably wake the person up and they'll be like, oh yeah, why am I being closed off? Or, why am I not opening up? It might make them open up more. And I kind of get that feeling here. With the Knight of Wands, you have the High Priestess. Trust your intuition, right? If you have a gut feeling about something, trust it. I also feel like your intuition is on fire right now. So, the High Priestess really represents unlimited potential, and she is also the card of potential. So I think that you could be getting an opportunity that you're going to have to trust your intuition on. Kind of feels like a second chance to me. And I feel that really the sky's the limit. There are no limits, right? She can accomplish something as high as she wants to go. The only thing that's stopping her is her. And so I think you need to trust your intuition on something. With the Strength card, you have the Ace of Wands. Yes, very passionate new beginning. Ace of Wands out with the old, in with the new. And it's clear to me that you are like reinventing something, or you are reinventing part of your life. And the Ace of Wands would represent like an inspiring new beginning or a passionate new beginning coming in for you. You have the Optimism card. Yeah, I would maintain your optimism. I would stay positive, keep it positive at this time. I think there's a lot of things going on here that you should be very positive about. You have this Impulsiveness card. Again, I would be careful of impulsive decisions, especially on a person, especially if they're not ready. I would call it out, like all that other stuff that we talked about. You have this Discrimination card, Butterflies, right here. So you could be seeing butterflies, or that could be part of the synchronicities that you're seeing. This card is about being able to tell what's right and wrong in your life. So again, I think for a lot of you, this is about you needing to kind of look at a situation and being able to say something's not right here or something is right here. It could go both ways. And I would just pay attention to your intuition, really. You have this Excitement card. I think there is a lot of excitement, especially if you are kind of reinventing or rebirthing an old idea, or kind of I'm hearing representing it, which would be like represent, right? But if you are representing a business idea, or even if you're putting it out into the world in a new way, I think it's going to be very successful for you. Yes, I don't know if you could just tell or if you could hear it, but I just rolled my eyes when I saw this card because it says patience on it. And again, I do feel if you're attracting a person, you're probably going to have to be patient with this person. Maybe they've been hurt. I think you two have been through something very similar. So it's like you're attracting a person. Maybe you were divorced, they were divorced. Maybe you both got cheated on and now you're coming together, right? And it's like you've been cheated on, they've been cheated on. Again, a million things are popping into my head, but I think you have a very similar story. If you're willing to be patient with each other, then I would be patient, but I would also put the work in. I would also be careful. The reason I stress this stuff, by the way, I didn't really say this, is because of Neptune and Pisces. With Neptune and Pisces, the fantasy is more attractive than the reality. Just how it is, right? So if two people come together and they both develop this fantasy, Seven of Cups, even the Wheel of Fortune, we could say as well, if you develop this fantasy where you're like, oh, we'll just see how things go, and we'll wait till we're both healed, and I'll wait for you, and you'll wait for me. Yuck, right? Is what I have to say about that. It's like you're going to get stuck in the fantasy and you're going to end up like 10 years down the road still talking to the same person but never really getting anywhere. So we have to inject a little bit of reality. It doesn't say that it can't work. It just says we need to draw hard boundaries. Maybe you need to say to the person, okay, we can talk for 3 months, but after that I need a decision, or I need to move on with my life, right? Or, again, the other thing to be careful of with Neptune and Pisces is long distance as well, like long distance connections. You get caught up in the fantasy, but you never actually meet each other and you waste a bunch of time. So, again, I would just say, as long as you're saying, like, this is my timeline, this is what I'm willing to accept right now, I'll give you your time to heal. Or, I think it would be better to be like, great, you go heal, I'll go date other people, and you do your thing. When you're ready, you let me know, right? And if they tell you they're ready in, a month or two, great. And if they're truly ready, right? You have to trust the evidence. Rant over. But thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And definitely enjoy your week.